Swiggity swag, what's in the bag? Jay here bringing you guys my review of Pokemon Glazed because we did just finish up the Glazed playthrough here on the channel. And so I'm going to give you guys my personal opinion about the game, you know, the good stuff about the game, the bad stuff about the game, and you know, all that fun stuff, because we did the same thing for Light Platinum months ago, and so we're going to be doing this for Glazed and pretty much any other ROM hack that we do, you know, from here on out. But I hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you guys do, please don't forget to hit that like button down below to show your support and all that fun stuff. And in the comment section below, let me know, have you played Pokemon Glazed? Did you like it? Did you not like it? If you haven't played Pokemon Glazed, are you gonna play it? Are you not gonna play it? Does it look interesting to you? Does it not look interesting to you? Just let me know all that stuff down in the comment section below. But let's just go ahead and jump into the good things about Pokemon Glazed. So one good thing about Pokemon Glazed is that it's visually pleasing, and a lot of ROM hacks nowadays are visually pleasing. You have to be visually pleasing in order to, you know, appeal to the audience. You know, you have to appeal to the audience because you want people to play your game, and if your game doesn't look good, then, you know, people probably aren't gonna play your game. You know, if you have, you know, horrible sprites, horrible overworld sprites and all that stuff, then, you know, no one's gonna play your game. But with Pokemon Glazed, they did a really good job with all the sprites. You know, they moved sprites from Gen 4, 5, and 6 into, you know, a third gen game. Well, they moved sprites from Gen 4 and Gen 5, and then I guess they sprited the Gen 6 sprites themselves. I don't know. But they moved those sprites into the game, and those sprites look amazing. You know, the trainers look great, the trees, the buildings, you know, everything just looks great about the game, the map, and I definitely like that about Pokemon Glazed. It's very visually pleasing. It looks crisp, it looks clean, and I definitely enjoyed that. Another good thing about the game for me was the story. The game has 3 regions, and in the first region, basically you're trying to stop a team from basically getting rich. You know, they're still catching legendary Pokemon. You still have to interact with legendary Pokemon and stuff, and they catch them and all that stuff, right? But they're not trying to take over the world with them. You know, they're not trying to like blast down buildings or kill people or anything like that. All they want to do is just get rich and make a lot of money by making this, you know, super duper awesome item. And this was like one of the first times ever in a Pokemon game that I actually wanted the evil team to win, because, you know, the item that they were gonna make was gonna be so beneficial to pretty much everyone. And it's like, I don't care if you're gonna get rich, you know, I want this item. I would pay for this, you know? So, but, you know, catching legendary Pokemon to do it, and, you know, basically putting legendary Pokemon in harm's way to get this item, or to make this item to sell it, and, you know, that's bad, so we had to stop them, of course. But, you know, the whole idea itself was absolutely amazing. Now, of course, in the Johto region and the Rancor region, the two other regions in the game, you know, you kind of start seeing the power hungry people, and they try to catch all the legendary Pokemon and take over the world, and, you know, be the strongest trainer, yada yada yada, and become a tyrant, become a dictator, all that stuff. You see that later on in the game, but as far as the beginning of the game goes, you don't really see that. You just see a get rich quick scheme, and I definitely enjoyed that about Pokemon Glazed. Another thing that I liked about the game was the rivals. The game didn't give you like a bunch of rivals, you know, in the region, and they traveled with you throughout the entire region or whatever. You had 2 rivals. I would say 2 rivals. I would say 2 rivals. You had 2 rivals. One of the rivals actually stops following you at their Tunod, but one of the other rivals, they travel with you throughout the entire game, and I think that's amazing. You know, you have one rival that like travels with you throughout the entire game. There's like another rival that you battle maybe twice. You know, and it's just like, yeah, battle them twice and you're gone, you know, you're good. And then you have another person who is kind of like a rival, but he's not really a rival, he's more of a helper. But yeah, as far as like a true rival goes, you have 2 of them, and then at the Tunod you have 1, and then once you hit Rancor, like you get another rival, but he's not really all that. He's not really all that, but I definitely like how I like the rival system in this game. There's not too many rivals. You know, they actually get stronger as you battle them, and they are kind of a challenge sometimes. You know, sometimes though they do have like really large weaknesses in their team, but, you know, outside of that, they do have some pretty powerful teams. They do get stronger along the way, and I definitely enjoyed that about this game. Another thing about this game that I liked is the length. The length of the game is pretty long. It's actually a pretty decently length game. It's pretty long. There are 3 regions. Technically, it's 2.5 regions because the last region only has 4 gyms, and after the gyms, you can immediately face the champion. You don't have to go through an Elite Four or anything like that. But there are 2 big regions, which are Tunod and Johto. So you do get to travel through Johto and all that stuff. That's really cool and really amazing and everything. And you know, you battle 2 Elite Fours. There are 2 different champions, and you know, it's pretty cool. It's actually pretty darn cool, if I do say so myself. And but yeah, the game is actually pretty long, and you know, you can't really just speed through the game. You know, you can't just speed through the game and you'll be done with the game in like 3 hours. You know, you can't really do that unless you're like on 1,000% speed up or something. I don't know, but the game has some length to it, and I definitely like that about the game. So of course, with any long game, you have, you know, a difficult game, kinda, sorta, maybe, I guess in terms of levels. But this game is not, I mean, I wouldn't say this game is super hard, but it's not super easy because, you know, the strongest trainer you fight is level 100, and, you know, the trainers do get stronger as you battle, and they do start hitting your Pokemon with some wild moves, and you start losing Pokemon left and right, and it's actually pretty crazy, especially in the beginning. I will say that the beginning of the game is definitely more difficult than, like, you know, the end of the game. As far as like where the difficulty kind of switches over, I think like after the 3rd or 4th gym is when the game actually stops being super duper hard, and it's kind of like a moderate level game in terms of difficulty. And you know, I mean, I like that though. I really do like that. The game isn't like super duper easy, but it's still a little bit challenging. You still have to play correctly, play smartly, because if you don't, you will lose a Pokemon if you're playing a Nuzlocke. So the difficulty of the game is definitely great. I don't know, I kind of wish that like the beginning of the game though wasn't like super duper scary difficult, but I mean, as far as like overall though goes, it's a pretty good game, pretty you know, decently difficult game. You know, it's not like super duper Drayano level, but it's that type of difficulty where, you know, if a kid plays it, they could definitely get through the game with maybe little to no issues. So I think that's like it's pretty good. One thing about this game that threw me way off is that they were able to incorporate fairy types, and I absolutely love that. I guess they took the question mark typing for, you know, ghost type curse, and they just changed it to fairy. They have fairy moves, they have play rough, they have moonblast. I love that. I love fairy types. Fairy types are amazing, and unfortunately there's no Sylveon in the game, but you know, with whatever Pokemon are fairy types that were like Gen 5 and below, you know, they are in the game. So Togekiss, Togepi, Togetic, Gramble, Snubble, you know, all of them, they are part fairy, and I definitely do like the fact that they were able to add fairy type along with Gen 4, Gen 5, and Gen 6 sprites as well. They added those into the game. I think the only Gen 6 Pokemon in the game as of right now are the Kalos starters and their evolutions, which that's still not bad at all. They were able to put them in the game, especially with the fact that their sprites are like, they're like Gen 6 have the moving sprite, so you know, finding like a Delphox sprite that looks like it came out of Gen 5 would be very, very difficult. So the fact that they were able to put those in the game is absolutely amazing. But I do like the fact that they added fairy type and Gen 4, 5, and 6 Pokemon. One of the biggest things about this game that I definitely love was the fact that we had infinite TMs, or basically TMs that were reusable. Reusable TMs are basically, oh, it's so amazing being able to use a TM and you don't have to worry about losing it because it's infinite. You know, I think they incorporated that into Gen 5 first, and like, I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing being able to teach Rock Climb my Pokemon whenever I need to, and I can just forget Rock Climb whenever I want, and I don't have to worry about losing the TM for Rock Climb and having to go get another TM for it. You know, just having reusable TMs is amazing. I love it. I love it. It's great, and I mean, what else can I say, man? It's just reusable TMs. They're awesome. Along with the reusable TMs, we also got the physical special split, and I love physical special split games because it's like when you go back and play a 3rd gen game, you have to remember that, you know, Dragon Claw isn't a physical move. It's a special move because dragon types are special. Because like there's like physical types and there's special types, you know, and there's like let's see, all the evolutions, and then dragon types are special, and then every other one is like physical. So steel is physical, normal's physical, ghosts, yada yada yada. But with the physical special split, you know, moves are either physical or special. So Dragon Claw in this game was physical, and you know, you had like Dragon Pulse, all that stuff, yada yada, special and everything like that. But I definitely love the physical special split, because then it's like I don't have to remember which types are special, which types are physical, and then like I don't have to, you know, make a really weird high dragon that has like what I don't even know. Like it'll be weird to run a high dragon. No, high dragon would be better. No, high dragon would be good. Haxorus would be bad with the physical special split, because, or without the physical special split, because dragon would be special. Haxorus special attack I don't think is all that great compared to his physical attack. So you know, Dragon Claw would be a special move, but you know, that's I'm going on a whole other topic. Physical special split, I loved it. It was amazing. It was great. That's all you need to know. And probably the last thing that I liked about the game was the fact that it had like references to the anime and the movies. There's actually a Pokemon, the first movie reference in the game, and there's also an anime reference to the game where when you battle Claire, she has a Pokemon that she caught in the anime, in the black and white anime, and I don't know if they were referencing that, but I mean, she caught a Pokemon, she caught a shiny in the anime, and it showed up in the game, and that was absolutely amazing. And you know, it's the little things that I like, you know, and they were able to do this without putting Ash in the game. That's the thing. It's amazing. They were able to do that without putting Ash in the game, because Ash does not belong in Pokemon games because he is an anime exclusive character. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say about that. So now that we have gone over the good stuff about the game, let's go over the bad stuff about the game. And I think there's really only one bad thing about the game, and it's honestly not even the creator's fault. But the one bad thing about the game is that the game didn't have enough resources to be more complete, if that makes sense. You see the creator in the story or in the game several times, and he explains, you know, why certain things aren't in the game. For instance, we see Mega Lucario in this game, right? But you know, it's like, hey, where are the other Megas? Well, he explains that there weren't enough sprites to add more Megas in the game. So it's like, okay, that's understandable. We get it. We understand. He explains why the 4th gym is on the same island as the champion. He's like, oh well, you know, we ran out of space, you know, to make this island, so we just put the 4th gym and the champion here on the same island. It's like, okay, understandable. You know, he's like, well, Goldenrod was supposed to be designed a little bit differently, but with the tile set we had to work with what we had, and yada yada yada. And so, I mean, they made it work. But it kind of sucks that they didn't have enough resources to, you know, complete the game the way they wanted to complete the game, you know. So that's probably the only downfall, in my opinion, when it comes to Pokemon Glazed, and it's not even the creator's fault. So overall, this game is definitely amazing. I would definitely recommend you go check out Pokemon Glazed. Go download it, play it, and then, you know, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Like I said, if you like the game, you know, let me know. If you didn't like the game, what did you not like about the game? Are you gonna play the game? Are you not gonna play the game? Let me know in the comment section below. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if I hope I conveyed my thoughts, you know, to you guys properly, because this is like my 11th take on this video, and I honestly do not want to redo this. So you know, forgive me if I stuttered, forgive me if I worded things incorrectly, but overall I definitely enjoyed Pokemon Glazed. Like, basically it's like a 9 out of 10 for me. I would definitely play Pokemon Glazed again in the future sometime, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Ow, I hit my arm. No, that wasn't my arm. That was my hand. That was my knuckle. The knuckle that actually really hurts right now. Okay, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Peace.